Hello, welcome back. I'm Jay Abhishek De Silva, an undergraduate of the JAM Institute for Advanced Technology. Welcome back with the question series of Database Management System 1, and today I'm here with the question set number 35. In this question set 2, we're going to continue the same database called Aralia Shoe Center, and then as the first question, we have to enter the data in the table shown in the brand table, and then as a second question, enter the data in the table below into the product table, and then as a third question, enter the data in the table below to the grn table, and then as the fourth question, enter the data in the table below to grn item table, and also as the next question, enter the data in the table below into the stock table, while enter the data in the table below into invoice table, and then as the last question, enter the data in the table below into the invoice item table. So then let's move to SQL software. So then let's type the insert query, insert into, then the table name inside the previous and mark brand, and then there are two methods as I described in a previous video. So there are two methods of inserting data to a table. One method is by mentioning the column names that we are expecting to enter data, and other method is without mentioning the data. We can use that without mentioning data method if we are going to add data to all the columns in a table. So here I will discuss about both the methods of inserting data to a table. So at first let's see the method of inserting data without mentioning the column name. So then after the table name we give the values, and then inside the brackets, inside the quotation mark, we give the value for brand id, and then comma, and again single quotation mark, and then the brand name as dsi, and then at last a semicolon, and then let's type the next query also, the next method. There too we can write insert into, and here do the table name as brand, and then here we are mentioning the column names within the bracket, and within the grievous end mark brand id, and again inside the grievous end mark we give the brand name column, and then after that we give the values to it. Inside the brackets, inside the single quotation mark, we give the brand id as 2, and then again inside single quotation mark we give the brand name, and then at last semicolon. So then let's execute this query. Let's move to data and refresh the page. Here we can see our data has inserted to the brand table. So then let's move to the next question where it tells to enter data to the product table. So then let's type the insert query, insert into, and then inside the grievous end mark the table name as product, and then after that we are mentioning the column names as inside the grievous end mark. Here we are not mentioning the product id column as we have given the auto increment to that column. So then let's start from the product name column, and then comma, again inside the grievous end mark we give the description column, and then after that again inside the grievous end mark we give the brand id column. And in this table we can see here the brand id column has added with the name brand id, as brand column is a foreign column to the product table. So then we have to enter the same name to the query also, and after that we set the values to it. Inside the brackets, inside the single quotation mark we give the product name as, and then comma, and again inside the single quotation mark we give the description, and then again command inside single quotation mark we give the brand id as 2. So then at last a semicolon. So then let's execute this query too. So then move to data and refresh the page. Here we can see our data has added to the product table also. So then let's move to grn table. So then let's type the insert query, insert into, and then inside the grievous end mark we give the table name as grn, and after that we mention in the relevant columns inside the grievous end mark as date, and again inside the grievous end mark the user id. Here as the user id column 2 also a foreign column to the grn id grn table, so we have to use this name in the query also. So then after that we give the values to this table. Inside the brackets, inside the single quotation mark, we give the date, comma, and again a single quotation mark, we give the user ID as support, and then at last semicolon. So then let's execute this query. Let's move to data and refresh the page. Here we can see our data has added to the table. And then let's move to the stock table by skipping the gr and item table. As firstly we have to insert data to stock table to stock id column, as the stock table is a foreign table to the grn item table. So then let's add data to the stock table. So then let's tap the insert query, insert into, then the table name inside the grievance int mark as stock, and then we give the values inside the brackets. Inside the single quotation mark, we give the stock id as 1, comma, again inside single quotation mark, we give the quantity as 20, and then inside the single quotation mark, we give the selling price as 400, and then at last the semicolon. So then let's execute this query. So then let's move to the stock table and let's see whether our data has started inserted to our table. We can see that our data has inserted to the stock table, and then let's move to grn item table to store data to grn item table. Then let's type the insert query, insert into, and then inside the grievance int mark, we give the table name as grn item, and then after that we give the values to this table. Inside single quotation mark, we give the grn id as 1, comma, and then again single quotation mark, we give the product id as 2, comma, and again inside single quotation mark, we give the quantity as 32, and after that the grn or the unit price as 350, and after that, comma, again inside the single quotation mark, we give the selling price as 400. Inside single quotation mark, we give the stock id as 1, and then at last the semicolon. So then let's execute this query too. So let's move to data and refresh the page. Here we can see our data has inserted to the grn item table also. So then let's move to the invoice table. So then let's type the insert query, insert into, and then inside the grievance int mark, we give the table name as invoice, and then after that we give the values to this table, and inside the single quotation mark, we give the invoice id as 1, comma, and then the date as, and then comma, inside single quotation mark, we give the user id as 3, and then the semicolon. So then let's execute this query too, and then let's move to data and refresh the page. Here we can see our data has inserted to the invoice table also. So then let's move to the last question where it tells to insert data to the invoice item table. So then let's type the insert query, insert into, and again inside the grievance int mark, we give the table name as invoice item table, and then we give the values to this table. Inside the brackets and inside the single quotation mark, we give the invoice item id as 1, and then again inside single quotation mark, we give the invoice id as 1, and then comma, inside the single quotation mark, we give the stock id as 1, comma, and then this quantity as 10, and then at last the semicolon. So then let's execute this query too. So then let's move to data, refresh the page. Here we can see data has added to the invoice item table also. So then in the question set number 35 also we discuss about the insert queries. So then let's meet at the next question set number 36, and bye for now.